Alright, welcome to the qualifying for the Indy 300. We have 7 drivers lined up here, ready to qualify. This is technically qualifying session number 5, but, well, the other ones usually had only 1 or 2 people, and, not to go against anybody, but, that's probably got caught up on stream, whatever. Look, we're all sitting here waiting for the Fast 9 anyways, but we're going to have a few drivers running right here, right now. See how they do. We're just waiting for the race to get started here. Once the race is qualifying, it is 6 laps of quali, and there will be do-overs allowed. You get 5 more attempts, but if you decide to do that, as soon as you load into the session for your next, for your new attempt, previous time's deleted, so you better be sure on what you're doing. But it should be fun. Like I said, we got 7 drivers here, and they said that was some pretty fast times from what I've seen in chats. So, I'm excited here. But looks like we're about to get started. And I guess we'll swap between some cars quite frequently here because, well, there's no good way to look at everybody. It'll load. Has my internet exploded? No, my internet's still alive. Aha! The game! I'd probably help if I tabbed to the game. Alright, so here we're on board with Snowball in that McLaren-inspired livery. Last week it was a Renault-inspired livery, so that's what they got going on now. Come through turn 3 here, going into turn 4. Start their first flying lap. I believe Unku is going to set his time another time? He might be doing it right now. I could be wrong. Ooh, knocking the wall down in the McLaren. Well, knock off McLaren. Trim is here behind McLaren. Senna. Alfie with a huge head of steam coming off turn 2, heading down into turn 3. It's a challenging corner here, so you want to be careful. Getting a cone, putting it up the track. I'm sure that's going to make everybody really happy. Really painting that line from Alfie. Curious to see what time they put down after this, because that was some good work right there. 36.4, that's pretty good. Scarlett looks like they're at the top of the leaderboard so far. Fishy right behind her. Whew, Scarlett's first flying lap is a 36.3. That's a pretty fast time. Fastest I've seen so far from, what I've read in the Discord is a 36.1. So, I imagine you can probably go a little bit faster than that, but that's what I've seen so far. Once again, painting that white line down the bottom there. Coming out of turn 4. Let's start finish line again. Looks like that was not an improvement. Ooh, Alfie gonna move up to the second on the board here. I would have to check to see what the fastest time currently is, but I think it's in the 36s. Ooh. Couple drivers just inside each other here. It's Unku and Snowball. On lap 5 of 6, so they got 2 to go, these drivers. Whoa! Alfie moves to the top of the timing board with a 36.2. Snowball's going to move up to 3rd with a 36.3. Looks like Scarlett did improve, but it's still 36.3. But Alfie is on a heater. Steadily improving so far. Might even be able to go faster. Should be really interesting to see. Rounding turn 4 this time. See if they can set a faster lap here. They will! Still going to leave him at the top of the board, but that was a better 236.68. 0.268. Looks like Snowball also improved, putting down a 36.323. Alright, this is their final lap, so this is the last time they'll have to get in a good lap time unless they want to run it again. Ooh, I think Scarlett just hit the wall there. Alright, everybody's going to slow down here. We're going to get wound up. But we do provisionally have a new pole sitter, that being Alfie. Obviously, we'll have to go through the Fast 9, but Alfie with the 36.268. Whew! That will be them on pole. Second place, provisionally, will also be Scarlett with 36.273. Third provisionally will be Snowball with a 36.296. And yes, so Fishy will provisionally be fifth because last night ran Kelchan, who put down a 36.328. And with a .334, I believe that Fishy will be fifth unless there's another driver who's in between that difference. I don't think there is, but that's still your top 5, and 4 of that top 5 came in one session. So, got some fast drivers here on this Wednesday night. This driver's going to round here, finish this lap, and we'll see if anybody wants to run again, and we'll spectate them if they do. Let's see if I can do this. Alright, that's all your drivers. Your podium here, and that'll also be the top 3 for this race, which is fun to see. Let's see if I can do this here. Go here. Aha! If I can format it properly. Yes, here we go. This is your qualifying drivers. This is what they were able to set down here. So, we already talked about the first 4 here, but Senna put down a 36.402. Unku put down a 36.654. Borna put down a 36.787. And Trimas put down a 37.425. So, we're going to, wait and see if anybody wants to rerun here, but for now, that should be it.
Yes. Started. Alfie, Scarlett, and Fishy are keeping their times. The rest of us are running at number 2 out of 5. Okay.
I need to remember that that Forza, well, not Forza, that OBS is going to capture my Discord audio. Because I let this showing up on stream and it's going to seem mighty unprofessional. but let's get that adjusted. It looks like a few drivers will be keeping their times. Everyone that's currently in the session will be running again, though. I should probably not do that. Or are we gonna... Okay, I guess I could use my mouse. Great game. Shit's still so damn buggy. Alright, so this will be our second run here. I do, unfortunately, have to go after this, but we'll at least be able to see some, hopefully, better times put down by these drivers. Can't say I'm surprised to see the, top few drivers decide, no, I'm good. I know I would. I'd say, no, I think I'm good. I think I'm going to stick with what I got. Because once again, if you run here again, your time gets deleted. So, if you choke and put down a bad lap, it's over. And yeah, I wouldn't have to deal with that myself. Now that being said, I did run a few laps here. I ran 15 practice laps with a tune from the storefront, and man, I'm washed. Put down like a 37 point something. I think it was 37.2. Probably good thing I don't drive anymore, because man, I'm washed. More of a Senna here. Didn't see a whole lot of last time, spectator-wise, in this McLaren-inspired livery. Got that chrome MasterCard on the side, and chrome sponsorship. Got a chromium car. Presumably this will also get rid of your ad blocks. Alright, first flying lap here for the drivers. Senna's able to gain on Tremus there through turns 1 and 2, laying down the backstretch. Going into turn 3 here, this is always a tricky corner. No lift. Looks like they rolled out of the throttle a little bit, but that's not a huge surprise as well. You don't want to, die. Coming out of turn 4, see what lap times these drivers are able to put down here. Senna's go to the top of the leaderboard here. Well, until Snowball crossed the line. Snowball put down a 36.348, and Senna put down a 36.566. Borna put down a 36.730. We put down a 36.764. Tremus put down a 37.678. And that was their first flying lap. Still got 4 more to go here. We're going to sit here with Snowball, who's right behind Tremus. Looks like the leaderboard will not change. I believe Snowball did just put down a better time at 36.295. That's a pretty fast time. That provisionally will put them 3rd place. It is a 1,000th of a second improvement over their previous time that they set in the first session. Oh, that's faster though. 0.288. Still going to keep them provisionally 3rd. Senna put down a 36.415, which will, I believe, keep them provisionally the same? Yes, it will, but it is a better time, which is good because there still is more drivers after this session that have to run the qualifying. So, it's good, to get in the best lap time you can. Alright, but they're going on to their final flying lap here. Crossing the bricks for the second to last time. These drivers better make it a good one if they want to make it to the Fast 9. Ooh, Unker washed way wide. It's going to compromise his run on this backstretch here. Heading down into turn 3. Ooh, a little bounced off the rev limiter for Snowball there. Something you got to be careful of in the race. Because once you get behind a car and start drafting with them, you know, you're going to start bouncing off the rev limiter more, so you need to tune your car around that. The driver crossing for the final time here. Looks like Snowball will improve. 0.254. Which that will put him at the top of the charts. Snowball is now your provisional pole sitter. That was a gamble, but it really paid off. Send it with a 36.414. Unku with a 36.589. Borna with a 36.730. And Shremus with a 37.418. And all these drivers did improve over their previous times. So maybe I was wrong. You know, this one I don't race anymore. Obviously, I don't know how to make good decisions. But all these drivers were able to put down better times, and that will, you know, help their starting positions. But that will be it for us for right now. And I hope you have enjoyed this broadcast, as short as it may be. And be sure to join us on Saturday for the Fast 9, which will determine your start, the front of your starting grid for the Indy 300, which is on Sunday. So be sure to be there, because that's going to be a fun race. 5th year that we're running this. So be there. We'll have some fun. Watch some good racing. All right. Hope you guys have a good day and a good night. See you around.